400.
I was about to say, because normally that's a lot, ain't it?
The first game was 151. Second one was 251. Third one, they were missing a lot of Pokemon. Fourth one was about 400 something. Fifth one, I think, knocked it up to 600. That was 700, 800. And this would have been 900, but they took out like 500 something Pokemon.
Yeah, either way. Either way,
Alright, I done copying.
Oh, good for you. I'm probably still at like 71%. But whatever, because I'm live now. And I need to adjust my camera because the gameplay is not what's important. But anyway, Jack, start us off. That was perfect, Jack. Now let me show you how I do it. Wait, hold on a second. You don't watch my videos enough to know my intro?
Welcome back. Quentin's got to do his intro. Quentin.
See how your friends do you? Jack, did you not? Jack, did you not know that I am the friendly neighborhood gamer?
Why would you choose that? You know I'm like the biggest Spider-Man fan. I don't know why you...
Then you should have known that I'm the friendly neighborhood gamer. My name is King Sarkar. My name is King Sarcasm in this motherfucker. And there goes the and that's just let you know that even though this video is about Top 10 Cartoon Network shows, this shit ain't for kids. Ain't none of my shit for kids.
Yet kids still watch it.
Oh yeah, they're gonna watch it. But when I get big on YouTube, I do not want my advertisements for kids. I want Trojan commercials I want Trojan ads on my videos.
Why? You don't use them.
Exactly. So I need other people to use them. Safety first. In fact, and so when kids watch it, I'm gonna be like, hey kids, safety first. Either way.
All right.
Either way, this is live stream, so if you don't feel like staying here forever, there will not be a chopped up version later on because that's gonna take a lot of work and a lot of effort. And I literally spent 2 days editing my Madden video and no one watched it.
Yep.
In fact, I think I got more views on unedited videos than I do on edited videos.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know it's stuff like that. But anyway, top 10 Cartoon Network TV shows. It's from any era. I'm gonna let you know this right now. Half of y'all are not gonna like my list.
And the other half are wrong.
Exactly, you get it.
You want to start us off, or should I?
Well, again, did you ever get some honorable mentions? I'm gonna take that as a no. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have a good bit of honorable mentions. I have 4 to be exact. 3 of these used to be in my top 10 until I kept thinking about it and took them out. Jack, stop me if these should be higher or lower. Honorable mention number 1: Destroy, Build, Destroy. Now hear me out. Jack, still there? Jack.
Hello?
Oh dang! So dang! I already said my first one. I already said my first honorable mention, and I didn't hear you complain about it. Jack, don't leave me alone here, Jack. Come on, Jack, join us.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Mic check. No, let me see if the stream can hear you. Yep, stream can hear you. Mic check, Jack. Mic check.
Yep, I'm here. Cut out
All right.
for only a moment.
All right, but did you hear my first honorable mention?
Yes, I did.
Now hear me out. That's the only live action I got on my list. But tell me, when you're growing up as a kid, you didn't want to see Andrew WK destroy stuff, build it, and then destroy it again.
I didn't know who Andrew WK was.
I didn't either until that show came out. And now I know who he is. That's why someone mentioned. No, I don't know him besides that show. Let's see. Next honorable mention. I got Looney Tunes as an honorable mention. The whole Looney Tunes, not just one, the whole thing.
Looney Tunes?
Honorable mention.
They weren't on Cartoon Network, were they?
Yeah, they were. They were on Looney Tunes, now they're on Boomerang.
Oh, that's right. Shit, they were.
Next I will mention, I got Foster's. Foster's for Imaginary Friends.
Okay, I'm disagree with that one.
I couldn't find space on my list. And that's only because, and there's gonna be a running theme here, that I didn't like the ending of the show.
Oh yeah, kind of garbage ending.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. Oh, I'm ready to install. Jack, add me.
Alright.
But I didn't like the ending of the show. And Cartoon Network didn't like the end of the show. They put out five episodes of an ending, all in one day. And like barely promote. And they're like the middle of the day in the summer. The only people I've seen them do worse is Regular Show, which is not on my list at all.
I didn't really watch that, so
And
no complaints.
And my last one I mentioned, which I originally had 6 on my list, but it completely dropped to honorable mention. And that's Adventure Time.
Adventure Time. Come on, grab your friends.
And like I said, I had
Why did it drop?
Not only did it drop all the way to 6. No, it dropped from 6 to honorable mention.
Yeah, why did it drop that low?
Honestly, because what happens is, around that time when they were doing live action shows and you stopped watching Cartoon Network, Adventure Time got me back into watching Cartoon Network.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, but then I don't remember a lot of episodes.
Oh, did you see what the ending was? I saw the ending.
That too. That's another thing. I never saw the ending.
I gotta fucking.
You know what? How about this? You know what? Fuck it. That's my number 10. I'm dropping my number 6 off. So, Sin, you know what? You may, Jack, tell me if I'm capping here. Cause I'm gonna spoil them right now. My original number 6 was Samurai Jack.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the only person that didn't really just grow up watching that.
No, I remember watching it too. And I also, and I remember watching the reboot that came on Adult Swim. You know what? That's probably why I have it so high. Yeah, I'm dropping it down.
Yeah. Alright, should I start my list then? Since you got all the honorable mentions out the way?
Yeah, so my number 10 is now Adventure Time. Samurai Jack is now honorable mention. Number 6 is Adventure Time. Jack, what's your number 10?
My number 10, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm that low?
My problem was, after, like, the first season, everything kind of just was very similar, if that makes sense.
I can see that, but still that low? That's 10. That's a classic.
It is, but, like, I didn't feel the need for it to go on as long as it did. Like...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, now I don't gotta move my whole list around, but I gotta keep in mind where I'm at now. So at number 9.
At my number 9?
Yeah. Okay. Who's your 9?
Powerpuff Girls.
You know what? We're actually pretty close where Pop-Up Girls is. Pop-Up Girls is a classic. It was a classic show.
I love that show. I just
Spoiler,
it
yeah, what up?
it just I feel like there was something that ruined it in the later episodes. Like I love all the villains, I love everything, but I feel like there was something that just like shut me off from that show.
Was it the Rowdy Rough Boys?
No, I liked them.
How about this? What was it? How about this? Hold on a second. Let's stray away from this again. Have you ever watched Pop-Up Girls X?
No.
Bruh. Think Pop-Up Girls? How about this? Have you ever seen fan art of Pop-Up Girls but anime form?
I think so.
Now, Pop-Up Girls X is an actual Pop-Up Girls anime.
Ugh. That sounds bad.
It's one of those where it's one of those where it's so bad it's good. Where you're looking for Pop-Up Girls and you see Pop-Up Girls X, you're like, what the hell is this? And then you end up watching like 10 episodes, and you're like, what the hell am I watching? But you stuck watching 10 episodes of it. Also,
Yeah,
can we agree we're not talking about the new Pop-Up Girls that just came out. We're not talking about that.
No, I didn't know there was a new one.
Yeah, they rebooted it twice. One with terrible animation, and the next one with the animation that basically all shows have now. No, over the top bubbly animation.
All right.
Hey, did you send me an invite yet?
I'm doing that right now.
All right, so at my number 9, there we go. Oh no, we going back and forth because I had to get my 10. My 10 was Adventure Time. I moved it up from homage to 10, and I dropped Samurai Jack to my honorable mention. So at my number 9, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only person who's gonna have this in their top 10. I guarantee it. You are signed up PSN and able to. Is it really gonna
What
be
is
me?
it?
Oh, deadass. I'm really stuck here.
All right,
Oh, well.
Quentin, just focus on your list.
Yeah, I'm really stuck in the story mode. Anyway, at my number 9, only person gonna have this on the list. I guarantee it. Class of 3000.
I remember that show. I love the design. I love just the design of that show.
I love the design, and I am still a fan of if a cartoon has dope music in every episode, I'll watch it and I'll listen to it. I think if I remember correctly, that may be my first introduction to Andre 3000.
It probably was. It was definitely mine.
It was either that or Outkast. It's probably Outkast,
Yeah.
but my first time actually knowing who Andre 3000 was probably Class 3000. I literally ever since what made me think of creating this episode was I started thinking of shows I would watch, and Class 3000, that theme song just kept running through my head.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't even remember the theme song.
Oh man, if you look it up now, it'll be stuck in your head. It was stuck in my head before I even remembered what it actually was. I remember like the beginning part of it.
Shit. I remember the characters and designs. Like that is stuck in my head. The characters, the designs of the characters.
Yes.
I just can't remember the show all that well.
Growing up? Did you like shows about music?
Not too much. I didn't care about music growing up.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
That show is literally all about music. Which I am a fan of shows about music. There's a show called Garage Band that was on Cartoon Network for like one summer, and I watched like every episode.
I think I remember that.
Stop me if you don't know about it. It's a kid who a kid and his friends are in a garage band, but he's not good at writing lyrics. But his sister has a diary, so he gets his sister angry. So his sister writes in a diary. So he takes her diary and makes a song about it.
That sounds so familiar, but I just can't like think of anything about it.
I'm
Man.
I
Well, let's talk about something we can't remember then.
so at my number 8, I got Powerpuff Girls. Same reason you had, but I just got them higher.
Oh shit.
I got them at number 8. No, wait. I got me? No. See, that's where my list fucked up. No, fuck it. I got my 8 now. I just switched my list. Because Power Girls at 8. Same reason you got them.
Yep.
It's a classic.
I love that
if
show,
if you were a boy and you said you didn't watch Powerpuff Girls, you are a liar. If you did not enjoy the Powerpuff Girls beat up a Mojo Jojo for no other reason, only because he was a wait a minute, hold on a second, that show was racist.
You're just realizing that?
Hold on. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on, wait, stop. This show
Some
me
little white girls beating up a monkey. They beat up some
transgender.
people.
They beat up a transgender. They beat up rednecks.
They beat up differently colored people.
No. You're not thinking deeper. A monkey, a transgender, a transgender devil, rednecks.
Yeah.
Who else was one of the main villains?
The gang, Green Gang.
Yeah,
who
those
were
are
differently colored people. They were a gang.
Differently colored rednecks. Those are rednecks. Those are country bumpkins. Rednecks. Those are the top 3. A monkey, a transgender, and rednecks. Hold on a second. This made it drop lower on my list. It already dropped low enough.
No. It's still a classic. You know, it was okay for the time.
I made to make a video on this. Was that show racist?
Yes, it was.
Oh shit.
Alright.
Okay,
my number 8.
Say your 8. My dad's calling, but say your 8.
My number 8 is Dexter's Laboratory. Cause that show was fucking awesome. Everything about that show was really cool. It had memorable characters. I always remember Dee Dee, Mandark, his mom, and his absolutely retarded father, who does not like. I can't remember anything else about his father. He was just kind of a retard. There was the monkey too, who had all the action scenes. Who was a fucking badass. There was also the Avengers ripoff in that like.
Captain.
Do you remember that?
What's his name? His wasn't Captain North America, was it?
I don't think so.
I remember what they looked like.
Yeah, it was the purple Hulk and the Bro Thor.
Yep. So here's where people may not like me. Dexter's Laboratory is not on my list.
I understand that.
Don't get me wrong, I love Dexter's Laboratory, but it's not on my list. It didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
But let me see. And I can read too much. So that was your 8, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your 7?
My 7, Total Drama Island.
Oh shit! I've been watching Total Drama Island for the past few days. I ain't even put on my. I need something to drop on my list.
Yeah, I love that series. That series is awesome.
I know, but you know what? I think I know why. Because I've been watching videos on it, and it's really Total Drama Island, and then it kind of falls off after that.
Total Drama in Action was good. Total Drama fucking World Tour was awesome as shit. Like, I loved the characters. It felt real without having to be real.
That's 8, 6, 7.
Duncan was always just such a fucking badass. Jeff and Bridget were cool. Gwen was absolutely one of the best. You couldn't hate Owen. Owen was amazing. There were the characters that were such believable villains too, huh?
Oh my god, I'm really upset. Now I'm really upset I took him off my list. Because I didn't even. I was watching that too. I'm watching it at work.
Shit.
And it really did not click in my mind that I could have put him on my list.
Damn.
Fuck it, that's my I put honorable mention for Total Drama Island 2, only because of the drop off.
Yes, it was.
I love
I
Island.
watched some stuff from the new seasons, and I was like, ew.
No, see, I'm indifferent about Total Drama Rama. I'm indifferent. It's cute,
What's
but
that?
then again, so imagine Total Drama the cast,
Yeah.
but toddlers.
Oh, is it Toddler?
Yep.
I haven't seen any of that. I'm talking about like the new season where they had all new people.
Okay, so All Stars, I did not. No, not All Stars. It was Pack to Island. I didn't watch that. And Revenge of the Islands. I only remember I remember the characters, but I don't remember liking on any of those. Like a lot of the characters.
There was like Total Drama World Tour.
Yep, and then it
where
became it was.
Do you remember that one?
Yep, and cause you know why? Cause singing every episode, and some of those songs hit.
Yeah, some of the songs were alright. Like,
then,
I just felt like some of those... I felt like they had, like, the wrong winners for that show.
No, cause see, that's what I watched videos. There was a point. Heather hadn't won yet, but Heather, everyone knew Heather could win, but she hasn't won yet because she kept getting screwed over. And then you had Alejandro, who was literally Guy Heather, who was kicking everybody off. And who's better than Guy Heather than Girl Heather, actual Heather?
Well, no, I'm talking about the other world tour.
When it had Alejandro win?
No. I know what you're talking about. The one where they were all on the plane.
You're thinking of
The Amazing Race.
The Redonkulous Race. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. I only remember the Redonkulous Race for the Goths.
Yeah.
There's a million view video of just the scenes.
I understand why.
Have you seen that video? You gotta watch that video. That's literally all it's good for. And Jeff winning, which good for Jeff.
Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff won that.
No, he didn't. Not in the one on Netflix.
Okay, but I think in U.S. they had him winning.
Good. That's who deserved to win.
Yeah. But let me see. So what was that? Was that your 7?
Yeah. What's your 7?
My 7 is Scooby Doo.
Which one?
All of them. Excluding Have you seen like the that picture where they show like all the seasons of Scooby Doo?
Yeah.
So and if everyone's seen this video, then you know who I'm about to. And so excluding that weird looking one.
Here's the thing.
And
I disagree. Okay, wait. So I can agree with the original Scooby-Doo, Where Are You, A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, What's New Scooby-Doo. Everything after that, I don't click with.
Anyway, so Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, that realistic one. I didn't like it originally, but I went back and watched some scenes of it. And see, it's different because you're used to Scooby-Doo of just episodic shows. It's just one show, and one episode has nothing to do with the other episode.
Yeah.
Mr. Inc. There's a storyline to that.
I know. Is that the one where they were like actual students?
Yeah, it's
like
an actual.
They were
there's an
actual kids. They weren't just.
Yeah, they weren't all geniuses, and nah, there's a storyline with it. There's basically the whole the whole storyline with Velma and Shaggy dating.
I know which one you're talking about. I didn't really watch that, so I can't even talk about it.
So here's the thing. So the basic storyline is Velma and Shaggy dating on and off dating because Shaggy loves Scooby too much. And Daphne and Fred dating, but Fred loving traps too much, and not the anime traps. I mean, like actual traps.
What?
You know how everyone says, you know how in most Scooby-Doo's and the old ones, and Freddy makes a trap to catch whoever's doing
Yeah.
the villain. So
Yeah.
they gave him an obsession for making traps. Which every now and again got in the way of him and Daphne actually dating each other.
That is stupid.
It is very much stupid. But in storyline, it kind of makes sense. It's hard to explain it. You kind of gotta watch it, and it's kind of thing you gotta know Scooby Doo. Like, yeah, he did make a lot of traps.
He had a plan for everything.
Exactly. Well, yeah, this one he has an obsession with it. And then the ending is actually for it is actually pretty good too.
You're gonna have to talk about your number 6 without me. I have to go for a moment. I will be back as soon as I can.
Oh, but dang, my number 6 about to hit though. Yo, people, should I wait for him? Should I wait for him? I really feel like I get fricked out of this rain. But I really feel like I should wait for him. But no, I'm gonna wait for him. So if I remember, so let's just do quick recap. At number 10, I got Adventure Time. Number 9, I got Class 3000. Number 8, I got Powerpuff Girls. Number 7, I got Scooby Doo. If I remember correctly, Jack's top 10 is... Oh shit, I forgot his top 10. If I remember correctly, Jack's top 10... The top 10 that I don't remember because I already forgot what his top 10 was. He had... Oh no, his top 10 is Courage Cowardly Dog, Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory, and ToeJam Island. Which all great shows. While I was talking about Dexter, I didn't really get to talk about Dexter much, so let me talk about Dexter's Laboratory real quick. I like Dexter's Laboratory. I mean, who... Again, here it comes again. What kid did not have the imagination, even though this is real. What kid did not have the imagination of having a giant laboratory? It's in their closet. Well, not in the closet. It was behind a shelf. And plus, the theme song of that one, the whole. Who doesn't? And then when you had Mandark occasionally coming in those episodes too. And plus the meme, the Dexter's Laboratory meme, you know what I'm talking about. And then let's not forget about the mom. If y'all thought Mrs. Incredible was thick, Dexter's mom, is one of those things where you don't remember things like that. And also you can sue me, but I'm pretty sure whenever Dee Dee gets older, you can hit it. Also, they're lucky that was an anime. Because that was an anime, Dexter and Dee Dee would be fucking. Why? Because that's how animes go. That show was a few romantic scenes away from being an anime. Let me see what I got here. Anyway, let me talk about shows let me think about some more. Let me some more shows that I'm really thinking about shows that I don't have on my list, but could have been on my list. What shows not on my list? I'm gonna have to see. Gumball. Gumball's not on my list. I like Gumball too. One of the better shows that come out now, but they got a lot of bad episodes, which is gonna hurt some of my top lists when you're thinking of bad episodes. But which also why Foster didn't make my top 10 because some bad episodes, and the ending was they really didn't do anything. Regular show, same. Some bad episodes, and Cartoon Network didn't even care about the ending. And regular show put a lot into their ending, but Cartoon Network didn't care for it. Like no fanfare or nothing. Like, hey, here's the last episode. Also, that whole last season of regular show in space, I didn't watch it, but why would you? But why? And wasn't, if I remember correctly, I think Pops was a guy. Yeah, one second. Are those floating rocks? Right. If y'all look on the screen, like to the middle right, those floating rocks, those palm trees. Hold on a second. This skyline in GTA is amazing. Let's see what other Cartoon Network shows were on there that didn't make the cut. I'm gonna go out and sit here and look. Let me look at the Cartoon Network shows. Let me see other people's top 10 Cartoon Network shows. Let's look at Cartoon Network shows. See what pops. First thing that pops up, Cartoon Network shows. Steven Universe, not on my list, but Steven Universe is fire. I heard the movie is fire. For some reason, I haven't gotten into Steven Universe, but I will, besides the first season. But I know, but even from the first season, I know it was fire. We Bare Bears, fuck Teen Titans Go. Clarence should have been an honorable mention too. From what little episodes I've seen, those shows where when you get to my top list, you'll see I'm more a fan of cartoons that have group characters that all kind of act different. They all have different personalities, so you can pick which one you like the most. But then you can also enjoy other characters. Clarence like that. There's a show. There's a show Craig of the Creek, which actually has a black kid as the main character. Way to go, Cartoon Network. Ninjago I didn't really watch much. OKKO I didn't watch. I saw they're pushing Victor and Valentino, pushing that heavy. So they're pushing that real heavy. There's Craig Creek. Ben 10 is not on my list.
I'm back.
Oh, good. So I was just talking about shows that were not on my list that could have been on my list.
All right. So what number did we leave off?
We're still on my 6, I believe, because I didn't get my 6. I wanted you to be here to put your input on this.
All right.
Because my number 6 is Code Lyoko.
Code Lyoko is a show I just didn't get into and I never wanted to get into.
Was it the animation?
It was because of the 3D animation.
I can understand that, but also Code Lyoko and P this. Code Lyoko was one of those things where it was a cartoon, but it gave me anime vibes to it.
Yeah.
It was a French cartoon, but it was, and I know a lot of people don't like 3D. I kind of like 3D, but it gave me anime vibes to it, which kind of got me to actually watch an anime like that. Like, when I watched Code Lyoko, and back then they used to show trailers for a Toonami.
Yeah.
And I see a trailer like, hey, this show has similar animation to Code Lyoko. Similar, the fighting scenes, but they all living in school. Similar fight styles. So I'll be like, okay, so let's stay up till 12 o'clock and watch Naruto. And hey Jack, do you watch enough anime to have a top 10 anime list?
I probably, if I went over everything I've watched, I might.
Okay, we made this a thing. I think Willie does, so I know Willie can do it. But we're gonna need to get his top 10 later.
Yeah, we need his.
But he's too busy. But I may call him to say, hey, give me your 10 right now.
Yeah.
But number 6, Code Lyoko. I didn't even talk about Code Lyoko. As a French cartoon, the fight scenes when you go to a different universe, they went to a whole different universe to fight.
I thought they were going into a video game.
It was similar to a video game, different universe, all isekai. That was Koyok was the original isekai. That's crazy. But and then like in a third or fourth season, when the computer, the actual computer that they use to go into actually becomes a real person.
I remember that.
But then she comes back to it. But then she turns back into a computer. But the kid who's in charge of the computer goes crazy because he's like, "No, she was real. She was real." But no one remembers her except him.
Didn't he also love her?
Yes. He loved computer, and then she came out and she was a cute anime girl with pink hair.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, you remember what she looks like.
I swear to God, you don't get your fat ass back here. Motherfucker run from my snowballs. Anyway, I should go back and watch that show. There was probably good parts about it I just ignored.
Yeah, there was. Anyway, were you at 7 or were you at 6 on your list?
I need to say my 6. My 6 is, let me pull it back up. Oh, it was Ben 10 Alien Force. It was
yo.
the second series.
Yo, you know what's funny?
The second iteration, I separated them because when he was a teenager, it was different.
Yeah.
And I felt it was different enough for me to separate them. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. But I also don't like it because of, in the first series, Kevin, the asshole kid that could absorb things, was a good guy in this, but he was a bad guy in the original series, and when they go into the future, he's still a bad guy.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Before you got back, I was about to get into the reason why Ben 10 is not on my list, and you just said why. Because that teenage shit, nah.
What? I thought that was awesome.
Wait, what? It wasn't, man. Like, when you age someone up, you gotta age them up gradually for me. You can't just go from a kid straight to teenager, no age up. That's why I can separate Rugrats from what's Rugrats? What's that?
All Grown Up.
Yeah, that's why I separate those two. I prefer Ben 10 as a kid, but not the new one. The new one, I don't like the new one. I prefer original Ben 10 as a kid.
I don't acknowledge the new one.
But
yeah, I loved it. It had a lot of good parts to it. And also because, like, it tied into that live-action movie. I don't know if you remember that.
Yo, I don't remember they had a live-action movie.
I do, and I remember liking it. Maybe I'm wrong, and it's fucking terrible now, but I just remember liking it.
You may be looking at the rose-tinted glasses.
I like doing that, though.
But, let's do a quick recap. My 10 to 5, I got Adventure Time, Class 3000, Powerpuff Girls, Scooby-Doo, and Code Lyoko. Jack, what was your 10 to 6?
10 to 6. Wait, 10 to 5? Hold on. What were they again?
It's 10 to 6. We only went to 6.
Yeah.
So your bottom, okay. What was your bottom 5?
My bottom 5 was, let me pull it back up. It was, I don't remember what I said for 10 even. I want to say it was Courage the Cowardly Dog, Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory, what's it called? Total Drama Island, and am I on 5 now?
Oh no, what was your 6? What you just said?
Total
Ben 10.
Drama Island.
Ben 10 was your 6.
Oh yeah, Ben 10 Alien Force.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are at our top 5. So Jack, we'll start with your top 5. What is your number 5?
I should have put these in order.
See, I put them in order, and my top 5 hasn't changed. So what's your top 5?
My top 5?
No. What's your number?
Oh, number 5 is going to be. I know you're not gonna agree with this. You're gonna say it should be higher up on the list. Ed and Eddie.
Oh, don't do this to me. You really have it. Well, it's top 5, but it's top 5 and it's not 5, Jack. I don't know why you have it at number 5. Explain to me.
A big reason. I enjoyed it as a kid. It was my favorite show for a while.
Yep.
But it was so repetitive to me.
Repetitive.
I felt like every episode, I like it was just you knew what was going to happen. You knew they were going to fail.
No, some they didn't fail. Some of it actually didn't fail.
Some of it, yeah, some of it didn't. But for the most part, it was a scam that was just bullshit. And I was like, I loved the episode where they went into the house and the Kanker sisters fucked with them the whole time.
See,
I love the episode
5.
where they were trying to avoid. I think they were trying to avoid, like Kevin. They were hiding in a bush and they fully circled around. And they were like, "Why did we do that? All that was a circle." All the episodes where they weren't pulling scams were my favorite. And the last half of the series, when they were in middle school, was my favorite because it was just. It felt like I was like I can relate to this so much. I hate middle school.
Yeah, but I think first of all, they were originally in high school and they retconned it to junior high. But
were they in high school? I didn't know that.
I think originally they were supposed to be in high school, but they retconned it.
Yeah, well, I don't care about that too much. I liked them in middle school. I loved that part. I remember there was the episode where they were just trying to escape. And they did all this bullshit to escape, and then they make it out at the very end of the day. And I was just like, that's so fucking that's just a mood. That's a vibe.
Okay. Man, Jack.
Yeah.
I'll talk about my Ed and Eddie when we get to it on my list. But disappoint me.
Here.
Well, we'll have this argument in about 30 minutes.
We will. We probably will. What's your number 5?
At number 5, the show where the two characters were on site no matter what. Tom and Jerry, top 5.
There were so many iterations of that show.
I'm talking about the original. I'm talking about like the original where the animation was terrible, all the way up until before they started making episodic shows. I'm talking about when they used to block off an hour and just run them for an hour, no commercials.
I remember that, and that was the shit.
As well as the racing movie.
The racing movie is one of the best ever.
One of the best Cartoon Network movies. One of the best.
Absolutely.
But you gotta remember, it was.
If we were talking about Cartoon Network movies,
we may need to.
Because I think we would agree on the first one.
Wait, would we?
Well, we'll see when we make that list.
I'm about to say that's a bold claim. I have to go back and think about movies.
There's so much, to the Tom and Jerry series that it was just amazing.
And then you gotta remember.
I think there's only 2 series that I fucking hate from Tom and Jerry, but that was absolutely the episodes with the dog.
Yes, and his son.
Oh my god, those were the absolute best episodes.
When we talk about and then
anything where they had also more animals, it was just oh shit, there's something else in the mix.
And then we remember that this is one of the original slapstick where at any point in time someone's getting fucked up. You don't know what.
Someone's getting hit with that frying pan.
The frying pan,
an anvil.
The anvil when the episode when the dog was tied up to the
dog house and he was drawing a line and ooh. That has to be absolutely one of the best. God.
Those shows, the original, the ice skating. Hold on a second. Jerry's nephew.
The little gray mouse was one of the absolute best characters of that show.
The sword fight. Remember the sword fight?
I remember that. I remember that.
Yo, and here's another thing. It's Christmas. We gotta do this next week. Top 10 Christmas episodes. We gotta do this next week. Yes. Because the Tom and Jerry Christmas movie.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
One of my
That
favorite
was-
scenes. One of my favorite scenes of that movie. That's one. No, one of my favorite scenes of the movie. When they're surrounded by the trees, and they end up beating up one of the cats.
That was awesome.
But
God damn.
But yeah, Tom and Jerry, my number 5. Jack, what is your number 4?
My number 4. That. Alright, let's see. It's, you said this was your honorable mention.
Wait, what?
Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Ooh. Ooh. And I
That ending was trash.
thank you.
I
That's
will
what made my
not
honorable mention.
dispute that.
And plus,
But
it has
I
some
don't know
bad
if you
episodes.
remember. I didn't know we were going to talk that movies played into this. Otherwise, probably Ed and Eddie would have probably bumped up 2 spaces.
I mean, they're not.
But-
They're not. I just wanted to bring him up. They're not.
Okay, if they're not,
Except,
but-
well, to be fair, series ending that gotta count. It's a series ender.
series ending. Ooh, we're gonna talk about the Ed and Eddie movie at a later date, definitely. But
And I'm gonna gloss over when I bring
Foster's
it on my
Home for
list.
Imaginary Friends. I felt like I just loved it, and I remember the first episodes where his shitty older brother
Yeah.
found out about Blue going to the foster home and Max still visiting him, and he got that super evil imaginary friend that, and
The Block.
no, not the Block, the fucking, what's it called? It was like the metal monster that had the spike balls for arms.
Yo, I don't remember that. Was that in the movie?
You don't remember that? It was in the junkyard battle.
Oh, I remember the joke because they had the Ed and Eddie and the Dexter cameos in that one, didn't they?
Yes!
Yes, I remember that episode.
Yeah! And they were like, it was like a fucking boss battle. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think Aguado was fighting in there too, wasn't he?
Yeah, everyone was fighting in there.
Yeah, but I
Like,
remember.
Coco was trapping it in eggs. Walt was like throwing it like basketballs.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna mention
Oh, my God.
because we didn't bring it up, but Good Will Hunting, the hour special. That was a good
For
one.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the hour special. Yeah, that one.
We'll talk about that later. We're gonna talk about it later.
I don't know
Later
if that's
date.
I don't know if that's top 10 movie though. I don't know if that's better than the original Foster's movie, the series opener.
The series opener. What?
Yeah, the opener, the beginning of that series was a movie, if I remember correctly. Just how Ed and Eddie ended the movie, Foster's began with a movie, I think.
Let me check that. Move on to yours.
My number 4 is your number 10. My number 4 is Courage. Tell me this. What kid show scared you more than Courage growing up?
Courage wasn't really that scary.
Man, what?
It was creepy, but I was never like, man, this is terrifying.
Oh, here's how messed up Courage was. Cause Courage was a messed up show. Here's how messed up it was. I was not allowed to watch Courage for like 5 years.
Why?
You remember the episode when he got turned into a watermelon, and with aliens?
Watermelon with the aliens?
Yeah.
He got turned into a watermelon?
Half watermelon, where he had to had to set up watermelon juice to save Muriel and Eustace.
I have a faint memory of that one. Yeah, that one scared you?
No, but my parents looked at that and said, "Nah, you can't watch that no more."
Yo.
Oh shit! I just stopped. Thank you for reminding me. I just remembered I remember something I just left out, and you're probably
What?
gonna have it. You're probably gonna have it. I'd be surprised if you didn't, but you're gonna have it.
What?
Well, if you don't have it, I'll let you know. But yeah, Kurt, and plus one of my favorite episodes, with King Ramsey,
King Ramsey.
when Eustace stole the slab and King Ramsey was gave him the curse?
I don't really care that much for that episode. I mean,
Yo, that was
like, I remember that.
Now, if you watch it now, that animation is terrible. But back then, that was like 2003, 2004.
I remember it. I just I saw that and I was like, the curse, give him back the slab, and Eustace was just being a piece of shit, and I'm like,
yeah, but that's
this is such an easy resolution.
Yeah, but then again, but it wasn't. You wanna know why? Because that's in his character. It's in his character to be like, hell no, I'm keeping this shit. Give me my money. And it's like, oh, you gonna keep it? You want money? Get cursed. That episode I remember. The episode with the floating head.
The floating head was
in the basement.
Fucking, yeah.
And
what was the premise of that episode?
That one I don't know. I just remember floating head. And if I remember bits and pieces of that and I can put them together, that works. When Mio got turned to the werewolf.
Oh shit!
In
yeah.
the scene where Eustace was whack-a-moling his whole room.
Yeah, I remember that.
Come on, Jack. That's top 5, Jack. Come on, don't do me like that. That's top 5.
I disagree, but anyways, let us move on.
Top 3. Top 3.
Top 3.
Jack, what's your number 3?
All right. It is The Great Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
I knew you were going to say it. I forgot about it. I knew you were going to say it. That's why I let it go. I forgot about Great Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
That show not only had some of the best episodes on Cartoon Network. Do you remember the movies?
Yes, I remember the movies. And I remember the spider
we're not
the spider
talk
movie.
About the movies just yet, because we're going to talk about.
Yo, we made to make some rules because that got like 3 or 4 movies that could be top 10 easy.
Oh, absolutely.
And the series finale again.
I don't even remember the finale, but I just remember
it was when the series finale was they teased they teased Hostel Gato, General Scar, and Irwin having their own spinoff. The Halloween joint.
Yes. I remember that now.
And then Nurgle?
Yeah.
First of all, how the hell they had a kid that somehow still ended up being Billy and Mandy's age?
I forgot about that. Yeah, they did.
And his introduction was badass too. His introduction, the first episode with him in it, when he took control of the teacher and fucked Spurg up.
Yo, I just remember that show. I could have watched that show for hours and hours. Like, every part of that show was amazing. Like, I loved Grimm. I loved every scene with him. He was such. It was also just the stupidest reason for him to be there. He lost Limbo.
He lost Limbo. Mind you, he can kill. He can kill him. This. He has the power. He's deaf.
I just realized.
Wait, that's racist too.
Limbo.
Wait, is that racist too? Is Grimfist just racist too?
Why?
A couple white kids enslaved a Jamaican.
But do you understand the relevance of Limbo in that now? I just realized it.
Actually, no. Explain that to me.
Limbo. Like your soul is in a state of limbo?
Hey, yo! Hey, yo! Hold up!
You just realizing that, aren't you?
Oh! Hold on! That was my top 5 until I forgot about it. That was.
He chose Limbo for that purpose, and I'm just realizing that. That is absolutely awesome. But, they have some of the best characters. I love the fucking little elephant dude who I can't even remember.
Fred Fredberger. No, it was Fred Fredberger. He was in the ending too. It was supposed to be those 4, I think. In fact, no. General Scar was out. I remember General Scar because Scar the spinoff. But it was supposed to be Fred Fredberger's in there.
He was absolutely fucking hilarious. they had such amazing like moments in that show that stick with me.
Yo, the fight scene with Grimm versus Haas Delgado.
Oh my god.
Was who's the goddess of chaos? Who's the goddess of chaos? With the apple.
I know who you're talking about. What the fuck is her name? She was amazing.
Yeah,
and
she
I don't
was.
remember, like, she was trying to tempt Billy, and
Yeah,
Billy was just, like, stringing her along.
No, that wasn't stringing along. He's just stupid, and she went along with
He
it.
is. She's like, just take a bite of the apple, and he's doing all this weird shit to her, and he's
He
like,
watched paint and
I'm
dry.
just trying to get it.
That was
He
the
rode her
original.
like a cowboy.
Yeah. Hey yo, and let's be honest here. Who wouldn't? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Thick
I'm
blonde.
not saying you're wrong.
Also, I meant to bring this up when you said Dexter's Laboratory, and I brought it up while you weren't here. Dexter's mom? I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
alone.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I'm just gonna leave that alone.
If you know, you know. I'm gonna leave it at that. At my number 3. My number 3. This was originally number 1, but the ending which made it drop down to number 3. Teen Titans, the original.
I didn't even put it on my list. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yo, Teen Titans what got me into DC. And you can barely count as DC, but that's what got me into into DC movies was Teen Titans.
My thing with Teen Titans was, I love it now. I didn't like it as a kid because I was like, for some reason, I just wasn't that into like. I don't know. It wasn't the animation. It wasn't the story or anything. I was just like, man, this just does not catch my attention as much as I would like it to.
Teen Titans had this thing where they found a formula that worked. When they had like 5 seasons, 5-6 seasons.
They had like 4 or 5 seasons.
So the first like 6-7 episodes, they be fucking around. We gonna beat you up. We gonna eat some pizza.
Yeah.
And then the back half of all those seasons is when it got heavy.
Yeah.
Every single season it ended heavy.
Issues.
Mental issue of a girl died on a kid's show.
Yeah, that's true. They did.
She died. She killed herself. Hold on a second. She was a good guy. She became a bad guy. Then she killed herself. Act of glory. That's not a spoiler because that show's been out for years.
Man, I was trying to rewatch it too, and I like, oh, God, Blackfire, fucking worst piece of shit in that show.
Hey, but she was
her
good.
Sister.
Maybe, but she was good to look.
Sister.
But Blackfire was good to look at.
Here's the thing. She's just a darker personality of fucking Starfire, so, you know.
And I love it. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Starfire too. I like Starfire more than Blackfire.
Of course you do. Why wouldn't you?
But then again, when it comes to cartoon characters or anime characters, I like Airheads, and she's a personification. She's quite literally an Airhead because she don't know shit.
Hold up.
Say again. Jack, don't leave me. Jack, don't leave me hanging like this, Jack. Don't get me wrong, Starfire. First of all,
I'm back.
so I need to watch the newer Teen Titans, not the newer Teen Titans, the one that came out with the
Titans.
Yep, that one. Where they actually act like teenagers.
Yeah, where they're I know. I've watched some of it.
And he's actually Nightwing and Starfire smashing for real. There's quite a this. Let me tell you, I bet you know the team I'm talking about. When they're fighting, when they're sparring, and Starfire says, "Oh, you lasted longer this time."
Oh, you're talking about that. You're not talking about the live action. Oh.
No, I'm not talking about live action. I'm talking about the actual.
I love the live action. I watched half of it.
I haven't seen live action yet. But you know, you still know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I do. I need to watch that series too.
Every time I watch that, every time I watch that one scene, I find it hilarious. Because
Why
lets you
wouldn't
know,
you?
that lets you
It's
know
an amazing scene.
that lets you know that even though they're aged up and those who are adults, she's still stupid. She still don't know. She's aged up, but she still don't know.
Yeah. She.
Except the only thing I don't like about that is Tara has short hair, and I'm not a fan of that.
Man, I want to see that. I need to see
No,
that now.
I prefer with long hair.
Anyways.
Top 2. Wait, what? Wait, hold on.
Top
1, 2, 3.
2.
No, wait, what were you about to say?
I was gonna bring up Young Justice outside of the list for a minute.
See, Young just never hit.
Yeah, I just watched that this year.
Yep. Does it hit? Does it slap?
If I had remembered it, it would have been in the top 10. It absolutely would have.
Oh, so it does hit. See, for some reason,
Oh my God.
that didn't click with me. I remember watching.
For me, it slaps harder than Teen Titans.
Oh, really now?
But then again, I love it just because the story is, I think, better together.
See,
well put.
See, growing up then, I didn't like stories.
Yeah, I understand that. But let's get back on to number 2.
What's your number 2, Jack?
My number 2, I already brought this up, how I split this up from the second part of the series.
Wait.
It's the original Ben 10.
Wait, hold on a second. You got Ben 10 twice?
I have Ben 10 and I have Ben 10 Alien Force. Because Alien Force, not even as good as the original Ben 10. Ben 10 was fucking amazing. I loved every part of that series. It was fucking innovative and amazing, and it got me into superheroes because a kid turning into fucking aliens.
Yeah. Wait a
Tell
minute.
me what's the bad part about that. Tell me how it's not amazing.
I didn't like the teenage version.
You didn't. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the original version.
Yeah, I know. That's what I didn't make.
Such a fucking badass.
It
where
was.
His sister is just getting her powers. It it had a story, but it didn't throw it in your face. It was the story was the second part. It was amazing. Every kid wanted
every kid wanted an Omnitrix right there. When those toys came out, those were hitting.
I was buying those toys, man.
When I worked at Toys R Us, the Omnitrix, they were still hitting. Granted, it's for the new one, but they still hit.
You wanna know why? Who doesn't want to fucking turn into aliens?
Facts. I mean, I couldn't put my list because I didn't like.
It gave you something that you wanted, and it gave you these fucking villains that you hated, and fucking Freak Show, the Ghost Freak Show.
Yeah.
That part was fucking amazing. The fucking clowns were great villains. Kevin was a great villain. Zilgax was a great villain. There were so many parts of that show where you just oh my god, I can't wait till next week. I just can't. I'm not gonna make it.
You're absolutely right. Jack, hold on 1 second.
Oh shit, now I'm left alone. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, you guys. Alright, let's, I guess talk more about Ben 10. It was just an amazing show. It had great animation. He was just a kid with fucking superpowers that did shit that made sense to us kids, you know? He turned into a ghost to go play video games. Games that were not released. I would have done that shit. He turned into a little tiny alien, and then he just went through cereal boxes trying to find, a fucking playing, little kids' cards, trading cards. You knew you would have done that shit. I would have done that shit. And he went through so many cereal boxes. And it was oh shit, they had to buy them. Because guess what? That's what you had to do if you fucking sat around opening cereal boxes in the store.
Those cereal boxes were crazy.
Yeah. Man.
But, on to my number. Wait, you got anything else about Ben 10?
No, kind of got it all out.
All right, so my number 2, and when I say my number 2, Jack, you're gonna realize that we got the same number 1, which I hope we do. Because my number 2 is my personal favorite, but I can't put it at number 1. My number 2 is Ed and Eddie.
Ed and Eddie.
And
I understand why you put it at number 2. They, it was relatable. You wanted to be Ed and Eddie.
Facts. And plus, and the only reason it's not number 1 is because there are a lot of bad episodes. As much as I love it, there are a lot of bad episodes.
There was. Like, there was
2
this
reasons.
episode where...
What up? Talk it.
Oh, no, you go. It's your part of the list.
Basically, there's 2 reasons why it's at number 2. One, there's a lot of bad episodes. And 2, it's from a character alone. It's Sarah. Sarah was awful. Sarah was the worst character on that show.
Sarah, trash. Who was the other one you said?
And just the bad episodes. But Sarah in general,
Sarah was trash.
Sarah in general, not a good. I get what they're going for, but she gets no comeuppance. Think about this.
She was a shitty little sister
that
did shitty little sister things and nothing
never
else.
paid for it. Never paid for it. Think of this.
Oh my god.
Every now and again, Kevin got fucked up.
Kevin got fucked up.
The Kangas sisters would be on each other, so that's good enough. Who else?
But here's the thing. How often did your little sister get you in trouble and then she never got in trouble?
Exactly, and also not that much. But exactly, I was a smart kid. But that's the point. She did all that and got nothing in return for it.
She is shitty, and she picked on her retarded older brother.
They tried to give her a little bit of comeuppance with in the movie when the Kangas fucked her up. Fucked her.
That was one of my favorite parts. We'll talk about the movie later, of course, but
at that point, it was like too little, too late for me. You done spent 5 seasons of her just doing shit and nothing happening.
My God, the Jawbreakers, fucking the Jawbreakers in that show.
Who didn't want a
Jawbreaker?
Jawbreakers
Were gigantic.
They're still, for a kid, those things are still pretty big.
Oh yeah, those things, you can't fit that in your mouth. That's a fucking like goddamn baseball size.
And don't you try and bite that shit. It's called Jawbreaker for a reason.
Yeah, it is.
don't try and bite it.
That thing will fuck up your mouth.
But just
an endless quest of getting them, and like there was the episode Kevin had millions in his garage and didn't give them one.
Yeah, though that was a pretty bad episode. The episode when with the school picture, that was a bad episode.
That one was just like so stupid. It had one of the worst endings for me. Just where he just took the drawing.
What else? The episode with the phone. Bad episode to me.
That sucked. It had no real payoff. Just they're fucking terrified of it.
Nah, I know what you're thinking. Now hold on a second. Now I'm talking to fans here. I know what you're thinking. But if they got so many episodes that suck, why is it still top 2? 1, because of the movie. And 2, the holiday themed episodes.
Those holiday specials were absolutely fire.
Valentine's Day was fire.
Christmas was one of the absolute best Christmas specials ever.
Halloween,
I still think about that.
Halloween? The Halloween episode?
Remember. What was the Halloween episode? I don't remember it.
So Ed doing what he would do, watch scary movies like the whole day. Face to TV. Fucked his eyes up. Fucked his eyes up. Eyes were fucked up. So now they're out here. They're out there trick or treating, doing what kids do. But he's watching so much movies, his eyes fucked up, and his imagination's going wild. Every person he sees them as like an actual monster.
I remember this. Oh my god, I'm remembering it. I'm remembering little pieces of it. I just don't remember it entirely.
Let me. Well, who's one? Kevin. So Kevin went as the gimmick with no head. The pumpkin.
Oh,
head.
yeah.
So
he went as the headless horseman.
Yep. You know what's up with his bike. Ed literally saw him as a headless horseman and fucked his bike up. Like I think he threw a tree at his bike.
Oh, I'm remembering this. Yeah.
And I may be messing up. He threw a tree at his bike. He saw Rolf as a Cyclops, and he punched him he hit him in the face with a spatula.
Yeah.
Johnny was a spider, and he was hitting Plank with a twig.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that one. Yeah.
And then both Valentine's Day episodes. Both Valentine's. They had two of them. They had two Valentine's Day episodes.
I remember that. Yeah.
They had the school dance where Double D got an ass. If they were in high school, he would have smashed. And the other one where Sarah and Jimmy were cupids. And when Double D was with May. And I don't care what happens. I don't care if that was a kid show or not. You can't tell me they didn't smash. You can't tell me that. I don't care if they're in middle school. The love they were going, they smashed for real. I don't care.
Alright, I think we've focused on this one long enough. I think we should say what our number ones. You think we both have the same number one.
I think we do, because we've been putting this off. And we better have the same number one, or I might end the stream.
Alright.
Neither one of us have said this yet. We know.
I know what my number one is. I think you know what. I've said it before.
I think we better have the same number one.
Is it Kids Next Door?
Hell yeah, it's Kids Next Door. That's number one.
Kids Next Door.
Number one.
The undisputed number one show on Cartoon Network. Who did not want to be part of the codename Kids Next Door? With number 1 through 5. The main cast who absolutely fucking just destroyed everything. Who made all this crazy shit. Who had the best treehouse in anything. They had the best treehouse ever.
Yes. Who didn't want to build a treehouse? Who didn't want to join codename Kids Next Door? Who didn't want to just go to school and fuck up a lunch lady for shits and giggles?
Do you remember the episode with the girl that turned out to be hundreds of years old? And they were like, oh, the Fountain of Youth.
The Fountain of Youth.
And at the end,
that episode started off dark, too.
Here's the thing. Do you remember at the end where she actually drank out of a water fountain of youth?
Yeah. Now she's young forever.
Man.
And and the thing is, here's the best part about it. First of all, I don't remember. Do you remember any bad episode from that?
I can't tell you a single one.
I can't tell you one either.
Not a single bad episode.
Even the episodes that you think were not as good, they could still be good. When number 4 pretended to was number 1 for the day, that could have easily been a bad episode, but they made it. They made it all right. That could have easily went bad.
Let me tell you what's stuck in my head. Ever since as a small child, this has been stuck in my head. Rainbow Monkeys.
Yes, the off-brand
That
Care
Rainbow
Bears?
Monkey theme too. The Rainbow Monkey theme too. Do you remember it?
Yes, I do, and thank you for putting it back in my head, motherfucker. But here's my best part about it. Besides not having bad episodes, every now and again they would lose. They didn't win every time.
I'm pretty sure a season started off with them losing. They got their fucking asses handed to them, and it wasn't like they got their asses handed to them somewhere different. It was in their home. It was in the goddamn treehouse.
They didn't have no problem holding L's. If they get jumped in their house, they hold an L. Cause guess what? They're kids. They're still kids. If they get jumped in their house, they hold an L. If their plan don't go right, they hold an L. At school, they held an L. At someone else's house, they held an L. In space, they would hold the L. They would take L's. It wasn't just we gonna win every time. Nah, we taking this L. At least every 3 episodes, they took an L the 4th one.
They did. They had six seasons. And do you remember the crossover episode?
With Billy and Mandy. Oh my. When Mandy said, you know what, I'm tired of being a badass at my show. I'm gonna go to Kids Next Door. First of all, I'm gonna smack number 1 around like he a bitch. She bitched
She did do that.
First, and I love Mandy. I really don't think Mandy would bitch number 1 like that. I don't think she bitched him like that. Not like how she did him. She did him dirty.
She did do him dirty. I gotta rewatch that because I'm remembering parts of it. I can't remember the whole thing.
She did him when he was pretending to be Billy, and Mandy was like, "Nigga, who the fuck are you?" She bitched him.
She did. She absolutely destroyed him.
And then took the rocket to space, walked in and said, "I run this now." And everyone was like, "Okay." And fell in line. Only one who didn't. I think number 5 was like, "Hold on, bitch. I'm the head nigga in charge around here." Side note, number 5 is the best character of that show.
She really was like one of the best badasses of that show.
And not even that. Her backstory. I think her backstory was better. It's hinted that she was a leader at one point. Until number 1 came in, she was a leader. It was hinted at it.
Yeah, she was meant to be the leader.
No, she was. She was.
She was?
Yeah, she was a leader, and I think when number 1 let me think. The episode with Rainbow Monkeys, when number 1 went undercover as a Rainbow Monkey. and number 86 told number 5, "Hey, you may need to be a leader hey, you mind being a leader while we fix him?" Number 5 was like, "Nah, not again." She said, "I'm not doing it again."
I remember, and it also hinted at it in the Fountain of Youth episode, where she was like, "The last time I didn't save a kid, and it was number 1. That's why he's bald."
Yes, and that's why she's like, "Nah, I'm not doing this no more. I'm not a leader no more." And plus her side story with the candy, where it started out with Sticky Beard and escalated to what's his name?
The fucking now chocolate kid.
No. Oh, so you didn't see the last episode of that side story.
What was the last episode? I'm trying to remember.
So do you want me to spoil it for you, or you just want to go watch it?
Go ahead, spoil it.
So, when in the first episode when they introduced him, they hinted that he gave up something to get them that candy. You know the candy I'm talking about, right? You know what he gave up? Or let me phrase it. You know what she gave up? She gave up her that the dude was actually a chick. She gave up her femininity just to get that candy. She gave up being a female to get the candy.
I don't remember that at all.
She did. That was an episode because she turned back in. Because that's why number 5 really didn't hate him. They were on site, but it wasn't hate because they used to be friends until he went crazy. She went crazy for it.
The last episode I remember of the kid that turned into chocolate.
Yeah, that was like the third or fourth episode of that side series.
Yeah, and he
came-
got melted into the sun.
Yeah, and then he came back. He came back, and they had like 2 more episodes from it.
Man, I'm gonna
when you think
absolutely
about
find
that
a way to rewatch this.
That show was dark. You want to watch? They like the whole series on YouTube.
Man, here's the thing.
That show was low key. It was dark.
One of my favorite episodes that like I thought was so fucking amazing was Tag.
Yes, that was like that was a 30-minute episode, wasn't it?
That was a special, yes.
So, one of the best scenes when number one was when they did when number
one came up to number, I don't remember what number she was.
365, I think.
365.
And they were having a conversation. They were having a heart to heart. She didn't want to.
And he was it, and he didn't tag her.
He wanted to have a heart to heart. Like, nah, I'm gonna sit here. Cause he's like, I got all day. I'm gonna sit here. I'm just gonna talk to you. And they had a heart to heart as kids. They both like 12. No, I think number one was like 12. She was like, no, they're both 12.
Yeah.
They're 12-year-olds having heart to hearts like that. Like, I don't know if I can be a leader anymore. It's like, you're the only one who can lead this motherfucker. Everyone respects you. Everyone who knows why you're the leader. And then which like, yeah, let me shake my hand. Yeah, you're right. Let me shake my hand. Let me go find out. Let me go get it. And then number was like, you don't want to touch me. And number one was like,
I am it.
Yeah, like he was like, nah, cause he's like, you ain't ready yet. You haven't fully grasped it yet, so you don't want to touch me
yet. No, he walked up and he's like, no, don't worry, I'm not it. And then when he's about to leave, you don't want to shake my hand. I'm it. And then he jumps down and all the other kids are like oh god, he's right there.
Yes.
Do you remember someone tagged like the loser kid, the one that no one likes, and everyone went up and like jumped on him?
Yo, the kid who's like that clumsy kid with the shoelaces.
Yes.
It was like they were like tag. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna be there. It's like hell nah. Hell nah.
Him. Like no.
He ain't doing that.
We're not gonna die.
No. I'll lead us into death before we let you lead us into death. We ain't doing that.
My God. Like they were not gonna have that shit. But more importantly than that, like that episode, there came like
when Father?
Yes, because if you remember, they caught Father. They assigned him to like the kids next door, and then number 2 had like the tracker for everyone in Kids Next Door, and he accidentally tracked Father to it, and he tags him. And they're like, oh shit.
Thing is story continuity. Story continuity. He became a Kids Next Door in like season 3. That was like a season 5 opener, I think.
I remember that. And they were like, number 365 was finally like, I have to be leader. He can't be leader. And she's like, she goes through and eats all the broccoli. And she's torturing Father.
With the broccoli.
I was just like, yo.
With the broccoli.
That's it.
That's how you know, like, she said, I'm the leader. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to eat this broccoli. Nobody growing up like broccoli. Hold on a second. Nobody like broccoli growing up. You was a liar if you tell me otherwise. Unless you put cheese on that motherfucker, nobody like broccoli. Cauliflower, on the other hand, was in, but nobody like broccoli.
I don't know. Cauliflower for me is worse. But here's the thing. There was another episode. Do you remember? The villains were awesome.
Yes, they were.
And the toilet man.
When he went up somewhere, everyone was like, man, he is a joke. He's a joke. And he fucked around.
And they took over the tree house. They all took over the tree.
Jack, you're breaking up. Come on, get it right. You gotta get it right.
Alright. Is that better?
Yeah, we good. You gotta get it right.
What were you gonna say?
The episode where he went savage And when he literally all the kids and all the villains were in one area for like to make the cake, which we'll get to the cake episodes in a second. To make the cake, and he flushed the entire Grand Canyon.
Oh my God.
He flushed the entire Grand Canyon.
That
The man who you were told he was a joke for years. He said,
like, no one gave two shits.
And
everyone made a joke out of him.
And he said, no, it wasn't cake, it was cereal. But he flushed the Grand. Okay, now let's get to the caked episodes. All 6 of them. First off, the Delightful Children from Down the Lane.
Fuck them.
Oh no, they were great.
No, hard fuck them. Do you remember that episode where one of them apparently was like, I'm turning good, I'm on your guys' side, and then it was the one with the football helmet. Why did he wear a football helmet, and why was his skin darker than the others?
Because for the black people. Because
no.
Because they were all siblings because they had the chick that was black too. That had like no lines. But,
they had. Oh God, that just confused me.
But they were. They were the. Let me think. Who's
the kids from a father.
Yeah, but what can I compare them to?
What are you going to compare them to? There's nothing to compare them to.
Because they were the villains where they were some assholes. But you're like, I can't hate them.
They wanted to be adults. They were the only kids that wanted to be adults. They were like, we can't wait to grow up.
They're like, I can't hate them, because they're great characters. Those are great characters.
Oh, they're amazing characters. They were perfect characters for everything.
How about The Miz with an Intercontinental Championship. Just like that. That's what I compare him to.
Yeah.
Heel Miz. Where he's an asshole. They're assholes.
But he's just so amazing you can't hate him.
They stripped
the character so perfect.
So Pete, first off, it's hinted that they either shaved number one's head, which that's what I'm saying it is, because I'm hoping that Cartoon Network didn't allude that they gave number one cancer. I'm hoping that's not what they alluded to.
Well, just to be fair, if they shaved his head, it would have grown back.
See, I don't want to allude to the fact that they gave him cancer. But
it was a dark show.
It was a dark show. But and then that was just them being evil. You want how they're assholes? They also stripped the nigga naked and took a picture of it.
I remember that, yo.
And posted it everywhere.
Can we talk about the worst character in that show? Can we talk about the worst character in that show? Number one's girlfriend?
Lizzie.
Fuck Lizzie. Lizzie was about to cheat on number one. Do you remember that?
With who?
With that guy that would call number one for fucking, like, reports. And she was, like, flirting with him.
The president.
The what?
The president. He became president, but ended up turning evil.
Who?
How about this? You remember the episode? You remember the snow episode? The snow episode when number one was sick.
Yes.
And so he was sick, but they also had to go. The president had to get him to go to school.
Yeah.
Him.
I know who you're talking about.
The president when he tried to steal number one's girlfriend.
I remember that. Yes.
When the first time you see him, he's like, "Oh man, this guy's such a good guy." The first episode you see him when they're trying to escort him to school, because they got a hit out on him. There's a hit out on him. And
I'm gonna rewatch the series.
There's so many swerves in that in that show. That's not the first swerve. There's a swerve where number 3 and number 2 are truck driving some soda to a party. And it turns out the cargo they're carrying is the cake. First of all, how many birthday parties? Oh, sorry, there was 5 of them. But they had 6 episodes, but 5 birthdays.
Oh my god.
Yo, hold on a second. And another kicked episode when number 1 had all the little chickens. And then they shit on the cake.
Man.
Yo, look, hold on. We've been talking about this episode. We've been talking about this show for 20 minutes, and we're talking about the highs and the lows and the funnies. And you wanna know the best part?
What?
We haven't talked about the last season yet. When they flipped the show on its head and said there's a galactic kids next door.
Man.
When it turned out that Chad, who number 362, and number 5 sister turned out they were undercover good guys. And
oh my god.
And the final
movie,
episode
where they send number 1 all the way.
When it turned to space. When it turned out his father was number 0.
They did a movie about that?
Yeah, and father was number 1's uncle. Which means number 1 is the cousins to the... And then they brother...
Yo. I'm looking up where the fuck to just...
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Because
I watched the whole season in like 2 days. The whole show in like 2 days. It's on YouTube.
Oh, man.
And Jack, we still ain't talked about some of the other characters yet. Let's talk about number 3 for a second.
Number 3?
Number 3.
Oh my god.
Do
you remember the episode where number
girl.
3?
The
sweetest little girl. She's amazing. The episode where she and number 2 have Thanksgiving together.
Yes, but yeah, the number 2 noir episodes, the mystery episodes, those were fire episodes, all of them. And then it turned out that number 3 sister
was evil.
Yes, with
she was just evil for no reason.
With the Sand Prince.
Oh my god.
Yo, the swerve with the Sand Prince wanted to marry number 3, and then looked at his sister, and she was like, "Move out of here, old lady. I want the sister." And then they ran away. They ran away together, and you never saw them again. They literally ran away, and you never see them again.
My god, like.
Yo,
I'm gonna rewatch this whole series.
The 1 hour episode where number 4 was taken to an alternate universe where there's no boys. It's the girls next door.
Oh my god, I
Jack,
gotta rewatch
we've been here for 20 minutes and we're not done.
No, we are not. How are we supposed to be?
We gotta say, cause I gotta go. I gotta pick my mom up. But we gotta bring Willie on. We're just gonna talk about this show forever.
Oh, we can. I'm about to rewatch it.
Willie, I know you're watching this, motherfucker. You should have been here. If Kids Next Door is not your number 1, you're not getting your Christmas present.
Yo.
Everyone else watching. If Kids Next Door is not your number 1, you're wrong. Fuck your opinion, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Number 1 on Cartoon. Number one for Cartoon Network.
It is.
Jose, let's also. Can this be number 1 of all time of all cartoons?
Probably. It absolutely, for me, is.
It has a fight to be. And I honestly think it ended at the right time too. It ended on a high note. They're talking about with the Galactic Kids Next Door have their own spinoff. I don't know if that would have helped or hurt.
Man,
I
saw some of the stuff from that. I think I think it would have. I think it still would have been great.
I know it would have been great, but I don't know if because some shows when they go on too long, the Scooby Doo aspect. Scooby Doo is a great show, but it went on forever, and they have bad seasons. Kids Next Door is up. Kids Next Door is number one because they don't got bad episodes.
Man, I don't know what to say other than like.
You can Jack, watch when you watch it. Watch the whole series and tell me when you find a bad episode.
I'm about to.
In fact, you know
like,
what? You know what? Hold on a second. Hold on, Jack.
Yeah?
I know you don't like reaction channels. But hear me out. But hear me out. Come on, Jack. We got. Hold on. You know how the YouTubers you like to watch where they sit down and watch a bunch of episodes. They watch a bunch of shows and they chop them up.
Yeah.
Jack.
Even then, like.
Jack,
I can't sit there and react to something on camera. I'm not able to.
Jack, we have a hidden camera somewhere. But Jack, we have a channel that we haven't posted to in 3 months and ain't done nothing with.
Yeah, we do.
Do we gotta do this, Jack? Do we gotta do this?
I don't know.
We may have to. We may have to do that one. We may have to do Avatar again.
Avatar.
How about this? Have you been watching RWBY lately?
No, I haven't.
Okay, good. So, because that may be the only way you can get me to watch RWBY again.
Like, I kind of want to watch this stuff, but like.
We've been talking too long. Let's wrap this up, Jack. We're gonna have a talk. We're gonna have a talk.
We're gonna have a more serious talk, yes, about some other stuff too that I just remembered about.
What? Okay, so first off, you feel like doing this next week?
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna be doing anything else, man.
So, Christmas Eve. What you gonna be doing Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve, I'm definitely not free. I have to be with my family that day.
I mean, so
Christmas, I'm free. Christmas Eve, I have to be with my family.
So, top 10 Christmas theme. Can we just do cartoon episodes or just show, or all cartoon?
I'm not sure even.
Because if we talk about Christmas, SpongeBob got a good one. We're only sticking with cartoons. So, Phineas and Ferb got a good one. Jack.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Everyone, welcome to the series. This is gonna be a series. I'm saying it right now. At least on my end. I'm gonna keep bringing people on until I'm gonna bring up a topic and I'm gonna keep calling people until someone jumps on this motherfucker and we're doing this. I need for someone who watches anime like I do. Because for some reason I know y'all gonna put Fairy Tail in your top 10 and I can't do it.
What?
Willie will do it and I can't.
Fairy Tail, absolutely one of the best animes.
See, and I only watch it because y'all made me watch it. I couldn't stand it.
Why?
The power of friendship, motherfucker. That shit ain't real.
That shit's in Dragon Ball. Don't tell me that shit ain't in Dragon Ball.
Well, in the beginning, it wasn't. In the beginning,
Don't tell me the power of friendship ain't in Dragon Ball.
First of all, here's the difference. Goku was stronger to begin with.
Don't tell me it's not in Dragon Ball.
Goku was stronger to begin with.
I'm sorry, did Goku not get his ass beat?
Yes, and guess what? When he got his ass beat, how about this? Dragon Ball Z started off with Goku losing twice.
It did.
Twice.
Quentin, we're gonna discuss more about this later.
He lost to Raditz. He put a hole in the chest of Raditz, and then Vegeta crushed him. As much as Willie loves Vegeta, he lost twice to start. Draft Rip, he lost.
He did. I'm not saying you're wrong. He did. He lost. But
And
with the
next
power
boss
of
fight gives-
friendship, did they win? Did they win with the power of friendship?
No, because Frieza was fucking him up until he became a Super Saiyan. When Krillin died. It's
Because
not,
of the power of friendship? With the power of friendship, did he
Frieza,
not
no.
get that
That's,
power?
there's a difference between friendship and anger. He pissed him off. He drove him to anger.
Alright, you guys, and that's all the time we have for the stream.
Yeah!
Thank you so much for being
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, you can't end the stream, because it's my stream. I'll end when I want to.
And that's when he ends the stream at that moment.
You're absolutely right, because I got shit to do. Like, comment, subscribe. This will not be chopped up, but should we put timestamps? Am I gonna have time to put timestamp? No. How long have we been here? An hour? Yeah, an hour and a half. That's paramount time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. Jack, what else you gotta say?
Check out my channel, or don't.
Oh yeah, I'll put
If you
his
like
shit.
sneakers.
If you like sneakers, I'll definitely put his shit in the description because this man doesn't like promote himself on social media.
No, I don't. That's already
All
my
you gotta
channel
do-
is already too much work.
All you gotta do is post a picture of you shooting on social media, and you'll get views. You know what, Jack? We'll talk about next week. Top 10 Christmas episodes. I'm saying it now so we can't back out. Stream over. Stream over.